Hey tribe, it's Dr. J, and I'm back again today trying to bring you some more planet content as I work towards getting better at doing this thing. Anyway, I wanted to share with you today my half letter that I'm using for work. Um, as I said in the previous video, I switched from using the take a note into this setup here. Little bit of an odd configuration with a half letter here on this side and a half year astrology on this side, which I'm using to take almost daily journaling of things going on in my workplace. Kind of have it set up here in this generous Notique cover. Thank God for the generous space that allows it to close in here. Okay. So, really grateful that's working out because I know that is a strange setup and hopefully it will continue to work. I'm going to be changing some things around. I've already pulled out some of my, let me try to flip this so the light isn't glaring. I've already pulled out some things that I had in here because when I decided to come back into this half letter, I just grabbed it as it was sitting from, I had cast it aside and tried to update it from my stash. And so as I recognized that I did like it, as I could get this nostalgia in here and make it all kind of come together, I decided to kind of update the way I had it set up. And one thing that I'm so grateful for is that I am able to do something that I love that the Hobonichi does, which is keep all my months in the front. And then that way, I probably won't keep all of my weeklies in here at a time because that would make it really thick. And the book's already challenged with everything I got going on. So I probably want to keep just quarterly in here, or like how I like to do it is the past month, the current month, and the next month. So as I put one month in each month, I'll be taking the oldest month out. And in order for everything for the months to stay, I want to have them separately in the front. So in order to do that, I have gotten some new inserts. Okay, one, I got a yearly overview. Um, and this is from Cloth and Paper, just so that I can easily flip through and jot down things that I know are happening in these months, and just keep that always with me no matter what months I have currently in the book for the weeklies. Okay, so that came from Cloth and Paper, which I just got to see Ashley at Go Wild. That was an awesome experience. And I felt kind of off my game that I did not know that the company was Black, female owned, and that I kind of had maybe saw it before but didn't keep it in my mind that they're right here in the same state with me. I think I noticed it when I received the order before, that it was coming right from Richmond, Virginia, which is not far from me at all. So I was really excited about that. Um, then, in combination with those, I have monthlies from Jane's Agenda because I was able to get the monthlies separate. Okay, so now it's not next month on the back of the first month, it's its own separate month. So back here with the project and the task, I think that's great, and leaving room to write any notes for that month. I really love that. I love that it's a Monday start and it does have holidays there. Okay, so I'm going to put all the months in. which I think we could do a few more at a time than that. There. Okay. And what I realized as I unwrap these things is that I probably should have gotten um, some top tab dividers to divide the monthly from the weekly. I do have a side tab that I'll use for now, but I also could have put a divider between here, between the overview and the start of the monthlies. I should have had something to put here. So we'll see. I have some dividers that I did order. I have ones for the month. I have ones that don't have anything on them, so maybe I'll use one of those. And let me get all these, whoops, monthlies in here. I know my setup probably isn't exactly right. I'm working on getting it the best way. I feel like I'm a little close. My camera's a little close. I watched a video about how to get a good setup with my camera. I have a DSLR camera. It's a few years older, but I invested in it because I do like taking pictures. And I realized that I probably could use that camera, despite how heavy it is, if I use the setup that from the video that I watched. Maybe I'll leave it down in the description because I don't remember exactly the lady's name, but she showed how we can use a monitor, a desk monitor mount, that it was strong enough to hold the weight of a large camera like that. So I did that, but I probably should have got the taller one. So I got, this is like 16 inches, so 16 inches for my desk, and that's not high up enough because as you can see, I put my phone there and I'm really tight in here. So I have to work on it, but you just got to start somewhere. So that's what I'm doing. And as you can see, I finished with the monthlies. Okay, so this is December here. And then I will need to put some kind of division here. Oh, yeah, I did say I had something for the week. This is not in the greatest shape. Let me take both out because I kind of like how it lays over the top of that insert. And it does need to be cleaned up a little. I know a lot of planner babes were asking if anybody knew a good way to clean up this clear glass dividers, because they do get kind of wear and tear, kind of makes them a little sticky, different things. So I'm going to try to clean it up some. Okay, so this will separate to go to the weeks. I don't know if I quite need to keep this sheet here because we're already into the middle of the planner, so I think I'll take that out. Then I have the year at a glance, and I gave holidays, so this cloth and paper inserts. And what I did do is I set aside January because by now I would have in the book February, March, April. So even though I didn't get to use January, that's okay. I just set it aside. I love how there is a cover sheet for each month, and so I could just have each month separate. Like, one thing about Happy Planner that always kind of gave me a hard time, although I love their stickers, I love the disc, I love their, I love Happy Planner. So don't get me wrong, but one thing is that the best thing about discs that you can modify, right? We see all the people franken planning and putting things together the way they want it. But when you make things back to back so that you can't separate it, like, okay, so like say for instance, this page, this is a typical thing that Happy Planner would do, have the month, and then the next page goes right into the weeks. So that's why I was thrilled to be able to find these from Jane's Agenda where I'm just having the month, right? And I can separate them. If I want to take one out, one's not relying upon the other to be complete. So in this case, it's fine because I have my monthlies already. So this is just an extra monthly calendar, which I'll have to decide what I'm going to use it for. But then, I'm in my weeks now. So again, I'll have to decide whether or not, or how much I'm going to keep in here of the month, of the weekly, I'm sorry. But the difference at least is that each month is its own. So that again is distinguishable from the way Happy Planner has their setup where okay, so like this is April, right? So if I like nothing, April is not on the back of March, so I can take it out. I think now they have a currently page, but say that the divider itself for each month has half the first side of the month on it. So anyway, you guys know what I'm talking about. I love the fact that I can separate each month. And so that's why I'm going to have February, March, and April in here for now so that I don't have too much inside of here. Okay, let's see. All right, so inbox now. This is what I have been using. So I'm going to take that out. Oh, and I had these little to-dos. Not sure. Got these from, okay, Natalie, Rebecca Designs. Okay. I'm sure on Etsy. Etsy's our favorite place, is it not? Okay, so, but I love this because what I do is I've been putting it in between the month and then just keeping a running to-do list because that's just me. The running to-do list is just what I need. I don't have clear to-dos for each day for most of the time. Most of the time things are weekly for me. That okay, this week this is happening, this is what I've got to get done, or maybe it's something that might not even need to be completed by that week, but that's the goal. And I just need to keep, maybe I might have to migrate some things over, but I just want to get it out of my mind so I don't forget. And that's why I like to just add to the same list, because some things will get done off of it and some things might not get done until a little bit later, and I might have to migrate it if I made a new to-do list for each day or even a new one for each week. So that was really a good idea to have this because I could just move it from week to week. Okay, so now I've taken out the weeklies that I had in my stash that I was using. And that leaves us with the yearly overview. And oh, look, I didn't see that. That's nice. Aspirations for the year. And then the monthly. So I want something to separate this. So that's what I'm going to have to try to figure out. A top tab divider would be the best, but I may use, ooh, Jane's Agendas. Beautiful. Let's try this because I can just label one of these with my label maker. Sorry, I know it's noisy. Everybody always says that when they're recording. It doesn't bother me too much, but it might bother some people. Okay, so like let's just say I put this in here. Oh, it's just so beautiful. I could just put up here monthly, and then I have this one already for weekly, which could be better, but for the moment it would work for now, right? So that way I would have monthly. I would know this is all my monthlies, Then I'm going to come to the weeklies. And I do have this little guy that I got from an Etsy shop. It's been a while, and before I was doing this to really make sure I remember so I can give people credit or tell you what shop it's from. So I'll have to do that going forward as I order things. And if I'm going to show it to you guys, I want to be able to tell you where I got it from. And I probably could look through my orders and find it, but it's been a while. So, okay, I could put this on top, like this is this week coming up. So I can just put this here to identify this week. And I really probably want, and I'm sure I have something around here with all the stuff that I have, something that sticks out that I can move, because the only thing I love how this looks, but like when I come to write on Tuesday the 14th, then I'll have to move it, and I have a tendency to leave it on my desk or wherever. So I'll have to think about that. But there is a little space here for some to-dos, but like I said, my list kind of just keeps on growing and, crossing things off. And I could use this paper all the way down until it's full. And then it even has on the back. So I like keeping a couple of these here because my to-do list can be kind of long. So that would be that. I also could put that's a good idea. Okay, of course I wasn't prepared for that. So, but I do have like the Avery late top tabs I can just put over this to do, and that would stick out too. And then I wouldn't have to worry. Oh, duh. I can just put this on top of here. Oh, it takes away a lot of the writing space. We'll see. We'll see. But I think probably the Avery label will be better because I can just cover the to do. I'll still be able to see the to do, but I'll have all this to write. So I am in this space that has been overtaken with planner stuff over the past 2 years, from like 2021 through 2022 is when I was like trying every planner that was ever made known to man and every sticker I had to have. And yeah, I realized I am part of a community. I have found my tribe because I love my planner and I love stickers and I love writing in my planner and I love journaling. And I really realized that I work a lot and I had a lot going on between work and school, and I didn't have anything that I was doing for myself that was just fun, you know? So when I started laying down the stickers, that's how I knew how therapeutic planning was and how much it helps because, like I said, previously, I can put everything down on paper and get to see the lay of the land in front of me, and I don't have to worry about trying to remember every little thing because I can write it down. And just the act of writing, I realized, in and of itself is therapeutic for me. So I have, if you see my desk right now, I got the iPad to the right and the Mac Air to the left. And of course, I'm recording on my iPhone and I am, yeah, teched out. I love my computer and my iPad and all that, but I got the Apple Pencil. Oh yeah, I spent $100 or whatever it is for that, right? Got that pencil. Um, doesn't beat a regular pencil. It just doesn't for me. Just writing on the iPad is not the same as my handwriting on this paper in the book. So, um, yeah, that's who I am. And while I'll use my calendar in my iPad because I want like an alert sometimes to send to me, right? Because I can't walk around as much as I might like to. I can't walk around with my planner, oops, ring light, my planner in my hands 24/7. So sometimes I just will throw something in the calendar on the phone to remind me, like, hey, you know what? It's time for you to order Amber Plans Her Day sticker book. So it will just go off and let me know that and remind me. And I have a million Zoom meetings, so it will let me know, hey, it's time for that meeting. So yeah, I mean, I can write down the meeting, but oh, this is so pretty. But it will be a reminder to me. But I love just writing things down is cathartic, and that's why I'm coming to you and saying there's therapy in planning. It gives you an opportunity to set things up and have control here in the pages, and it gives you an opportunity to get all that's in your head down on the paper, and it just helps to let you release some of that you might be holding on to. So this is my work planner. There'll be little improvements along the way, and I'll come back with that, because some of this is like old stuff like that I've had in here, and I might update that as we go along. And like I said, I'll probably label this because this is so beautiful. Definitely like having that in there. And I have, but now they're different colors. Now I don't know if I want to use these. Because they're very beautiful, but that's not going with that, right? Hmm. Okay, so we'll have to figure that out. So yeah, there's more to do, but just to give you the the gist of it, I'm gonna have a tab to separate the monthlies. I have a tab to separate my weeklies, and I will be putting something. I think I'm just going to use an Avery tab for now. I'm sure I know I have got something like I have maybe something like this that has a tab on it, a divider somewhere in my stash. But the goal for um, these next several weeks, because I can basically mostly do things on the weekends, will be to work on getting my planner studio set up and organized. Because what was happening is I was just ordering, and I just got stuff like everywhere, like somewhat halfway together. Like I got boxes for my happy planner stickers, and I've got some places for my all my pens, my tombos, which I wish I could do the brush lettering, um, but I brought them anyway because they're just pretty colors and I still use them for other stuff. Um, but I have things all around, and as you go along, you find different ways to set things up. And so now that I'm kind of like know what I'm using, and I'm not really exploring as much, and I'm realizing that I have so many stickers. I'm really trying to use my stash. Um, I can take the time to organize, because one of the things that happens, and why right now I'm not going to be bringing you me actually do, like, I'm not going to do plan with me's at the moment, because it takes me long. It takes me long because I can't find stuff. So I think I heard Robin from Talks from the Heart say that, oh, you can't find stuff, and so it's aggravating, and something that I really enjoy doing. I don't want it to be aggravating, and I want to take the time for myself, but I also want to make sure I'm getting other things done too. So I don't want the planner to defeat its own purpose by me taking so long to get it set up. I just want to come in here, enjoy doing it, and be able to pull things out, know what I have. So I am going to be working on that. And to that end, I have another channel called Optimal State of Being, where that life coaching group, because I am a certified life coach, is looking at the things that we can do to get ourselves to that optimal state, right? Everybody's wanting to get their health together, maybe by eating better, by doing some exercise. our homes. We're ripping and running, we're in and out, we're working and doing all these things, and maybe we want to get our home in better order. Maybe we realize we really got too much stuff. Like, I know I got too much stuff, and we want to declutter. And we just want to kind of come together and talk about the different things that we can do to help ourselves get in that place where we can just get up and not be like burdened by the things that we're trying to do, that we can have a plan and have a routine, have habits that make it easier for us to reach our goals. And so then we don't have to feel pressured or stressed by them. We can just go along the journey, and just keep making progress. Although we're not perfect, we're continually making progress, and we feel good that we're making that progress. So that's what optimal state of being is all about. And so you can check that out as well if you'd like. That's going to be, I'll leave the link down in the description box as soon as I figure out how to do that. But I'll figure out how to do that by the time this is posted. And there's only currently one video there that tells you a little bit more about optimal state of being, but there will be more. And so I will just give the advice that I'm giving to myself and that others have gave to me too. Just start. Just start. Just make a determination today that you want things to be better for yourself, that you don't want to be all wrapped up and stressed out, and that you're going to take the time to figure out how to move forward in a positive way so that you can de-stress and be at your best, at your optimal state of being. One of the things that I'm using to get to my optimal state of being is planning, and it has been so therapeutic for me. So, with that, I will let you go because I'm kind of just going on, not really showing you anything new already. I already showed you everything in here, but I just wanted to share with you the things that I'll be using in my half letter, and just say, be blessed, stay well, find peace, and have joy. Do your planning because there's therapy in that, and that will help you to do your best and be your best. Have a great one. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed this video, give me a like. Thanks, guys. Have a good one.